capacity. This lesson we have learned 2 times in previous semesters and quarters. What is our capacity? Capacity means amount of something the container has. The amount of something tells us that the amount of liquid which a container holds. Some of the containers, they can hold much more, and here are the containers, and we are gonna know which containers hold most. How many things we can put in the container. So see in the container, all of these are container. What are these? These all are containers. But all are the containers. Some they hold most, some of the containers hold least. Some of the containers hold least. So when you put something in the container, you will see that this container hold most. This is the container that holds least. So in the space, it depends on the space of the container. If you have a container with bigger space, you are going to hold most. So which is number one here? Write with me. This is number one. This is number one, which holds the most. This is number one. So which is the one which that holds least? This one does not hold least. So which one holds least, boys? This one holds least. You can read the container or put them in a number according to the space they have. Space they have or ability to hold something. So we are going to arrange them from biggest to the smallest. This is number two. This can be number 3. This is number 4. And this is number 5. So this means that this container has the least capacity, and this has the most. So this one has less capacity than this one. Number 3 is this one, and it holds less than from these two. Number 4, this holds less than 1, 2, and 3. And number 5 holds the least. The idea of the capacity is you have already learned. So this is for your revision, you can say. Okay. More capacity. Okay, which is the thing that has the biggest capacity? So this container has the biggest container. This is the largest container. It is the has very much capacity. Then we talk, this is number 1. This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 3. Number 4. Number 5. This is number 6. And this is the number 7. And the spoon is number 8. So now if I ask you, which is the biggest container? Number 1 is the biggest container. So in the container, we can put a lot of things. We can put a lot of things. It holds the most. It holds the most. Which has the smallest capacity? You know that the spoon has the least capacity. Spoon has the least capacity. So you can understand very easily which has the most capacity and which has the less capacity. If you compare the containers, this one has less capacity than this one. This one has more capacity than this one. And this bin has more capacity than the bucket. 1, 2, 3. So which one has the most capacity? This one. If I say it has the less capacity between these two, 1 and 2. So spoon has the least capacity in these containers. So in the spoon, we can put some drops only. So in the jug and cup, which has the most capacity? Jug. In all these containers, which has the most capacity, biggest capacity, that is number 1. So which do you think has the smallest capacity? The spoon has the smallest capacity, biggest capacity, and the smallest capacity. Understand, boys? This is how we are going to arrange the containers in order to know which size of you are going to, so arrange, how you are going to arrange the capacities, arrange the containers. Next, we are having 84, observing time, observing time. So what means observing time? So we know already what is the time. Before, when we do not have clocks, we just make guesses. We get older as time passes. First, in human, we are grown like this, and then with the passage of time, we become like this. Okay, now see here, where is the small needle? It is on 2. So we will write 2, 2 hours, 2. So, and big needle is on 3. So what will be the time? 2, 2:16. So the small handle is on 11, 11. So we will say 11 hours, and the big hand is on 2. 1 and 2. When we multiply 2 with 5, we get 10. 2:10 is the time. This is our last lesson. It's very easy. These are called analog clocks. These are called analog clocks. There are two types of clocks: digital clock and analog clock. In digital clock, it shows us number, and in analog, they show us hands. In analog, we have two hands. So first of all, what we are going to do, we are going to see the small handle. So here, where is the small handle? On 1, and the big hand is on 12. If it is on 12, it is always 0, 0. Small is on 1. So we will say 1 o'clock. We can also write 1, 0, 0. Always write 1. When we all want to read time, first of all, we are going to see the small hand. So the small hand is on 1, and big hand is on, it tells us minute, and it is on 12. Whenever the handle is on 12, it means 0, 0. It means 00. 2 times 0. So it is 1 o'clock. We said 1 o'clock. Minutes are 0, so we are going to say it is 1 o'clock. Then we have small hand. First of all, we are going to see small hand 2. The small hand is on 2. First, we are going to write 2. Again, the big hand is on 12. So time is going to be 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Number 3. 3. You can consider this as a revision lesson. So it is 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Write with me, boys. 6 o'clock. Because I'm just seeing the needles, the small hand is on 7 and big hand is on 12. So this means it is 7 o'clock. Write with me, boys. 7, 0, 0. First of all, see the small hand and then see the long hand. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. As the small handle is on 10, so it is 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and here we have 12 o'clock. So here in every clock, the big handle is on 12. So it means minutes are 00, and this is a full hour. So this is how you are going to understand. Here, all the handles are on 12. Which is changing? Only the small handle is changing. Big handle is not changing. So small handle is always on 12. It means the minutes are 00. First of all, see the small handle and then check the big handle that tells us about the minutes. That tells us about the minutes. So colon separates between the hour and minute. It separates between the hour and minute. It separates between the hours and minutes. So boys, hours we write on the left side and minutes we write on the right side. So